Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Wednesday, the 12th of August, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, swim and sail camp ongoing, and in our feature for this evening, we bring you some more choice excerpts from the opening ceremony of the Livingston Sargent Cricket Facility. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
Welcome to Nevis.
It's easy to believe that all Caribbean islands are the same until you visit Nevis.
Nevis is the Caribbean of a bygone era.
You will enjoy a most intimate vacation on Nevis. You're only a stranger here once.
We offer exclusive and barefoot luxury stays.
With only 400 hotel rooms, our island may be exclusive.
But the warm, genuine and friendly welcome is just everywhere.
We look forward to meeting you.
Visit nevisisland.com.
Well, I'm back, and we start with swimming. The Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Center is currently hosting a camp for children. The camp is being held at the Orly Beach and has as its main coach one of the top swimmers on the island, Miss Valerie Larocque. The sailing aspect is being led by Nicholas Dupree. Two of the coordinators of the camp and co-chairs of the center, Carolyn Wood and Daniel Connor, recently spoke to NTV Sports Page about the camp. Let's take in this. We are here at the wonderful Orly Beach, and it's another time of year when we are having another swim camp, and even more than swimming, it's all about sailing as well. And so we're going to let these two wonderful ladies introduce themselves first of all, starting on my right.
Good afternoon, I'm Carolyn Wood, and I'm on the board of the Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Centre.
Hi, I am Danielle Connor. And I am also on the board. Carolyn and I chair the Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Center.
Now, tell us a little bit about this camp. When did it start? And what hours of the day does it cover? And what are some of the exciting stuff that are going on at this point?
Sure. We started on last week Wednesday, so August 5th. And the camp goes until August 21st, so it's 13 days. Full days, 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and we have children outside here learning how to swim and sail. The group, we divide them into groups, and they've named themselves the Rainbow Group and the Sea Waves Group. And every day, both groups will have sailing lessons, and both groups will take a part of an aquatic lessons. The aquatic lessons consist of water play, marine biology lessons, marine conservations. There's a beach cleanup actually scheduled for tomorrow. Building coral reefs, taxonomy. It's a whole assortment.
And actual swimming as well.
And actual swimming as well, as you can see right behind us. Today is water play day, so they are in the water with a team of our instructors and volunteers.
And if you were to look at Carolyn a day from 9 to 3, how does it start? How does a routine run from 9 to 3?
Well, the families arrive, and we have a procedure for checking everybody in. We have made masks for everyone that they can use in and out of the water on the boats. We then start with a song which has been written by Jazzy, which is about the rules and the etiquette of how everyone has to behave whilst in the camp during camp hours, to a reggae beat, which is great fun. They then all move outside for a warm-up, a physical warm-up with Valerie, to get them fit and ready, and to do something communal before they split into their two groups. One of them goes out sailing and one stays with us aquatic.
What kind of numbers are we talking about, Daniel? For how many persons?
We have 30 children.
Wow.
So we have divided them into two groups. It was very successful. Kids are really, ready for this. They have been home since March, and this was definitely something that the kids were really ready to do, and we knew we could do it in a safe way. So it's really exciting to have them out here learning, socializing and being out in the sun and sun in the sea.
So the response has been very positive, and the parents are also very much enthused about this?
Very. We've had the best reviews.
Okay.
Honestly, the best reviews.
When does it actually finish? Which day?
Friday the 21st of August.
Oh, yeah. The 21st.
Yeah,
so it goes
so we
on
still have another this week and next week. So.
Okay,
the whole
great.
camp has been 13 days, 9 to 3, each day,
Okay.
Monday through Friday.
Nice. Anything you'll want the parents or the general public to know based on your experience with the camp so far?
Well, it's been an overwhelming success, and it was oversubscribed. We had to count the numbers.
Wow.
We are continuing the SAIL program, youth SAIL program, once schools are back from the Sundays every afternoon, as we did before. And we'll also be running the Swim to Win program, which we have authorization for, which is starting on the 6th of September.
Okay. All right. Daniel, any final words for the general public?
We are just excited to be able to offer all these programs. We have just launched a new website where you can always check out for more information. It is the Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Center.com. We also have a Facebook page and an Instagram page, Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Center. So we'll post pictures, and we'll definitely keep the community posted with all of our events that's taking place.
Nice. By the way, how many instructors do you have? I'm seeing Valerie, but I'm seeing some others as well.
The sailing part, we have 4 instructors.
Okay.
It's led by Nicholas Dupree, and he has 3 assistants alongside of him. And then the aquatic is led by Valerie, and she has 2 assistants with her. Okay. And we have also been...
We have a dedicated team of volunteers who are on a rotary each day, so that we have, in addition, at least 4 volunteers working with the groups.
Great. Can I put you nice ladies on a spot and ask you to sing the song? No, I guess not, right? I guess not.
No, we just would like to add something.
I will give you the song, and you can definitely post it. The kids will sing it for you another day.
Okay.
To add something about the website, if you're interested in registering for any of the programs, you can do that by downloading the forms that are online and by registering your interest online.
Nice. And you'll be in contact with those persons.
Absolutely.
Very nice. Well, I want to congratulate you guys, and I certainly want to wish you continued success for the duration of this camp and beyond, as you continue to help people to learn to swim and to sail here on Nevis.
Thank you
guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll take this break, and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
Hi, my name is Desiree Parry. Fitness has always been a big part of my life, but I never actually took it seriously until like maybe 10 years ago. I am a mother of 4, and because of fitness, it makes me look great, staying healthy and fit, and actually now I'm a fitness trainer at Fit Wellness Center. Fit is healthy.
Well, I'm back, and tonight cricket is in the spotlight. Tonight we'll bring you some more choice clips from the opening ceremony of the Livingston Sargent Cricket Facility. Development Bank Manager Harrison Pemberton, Marketing Officer at the Bank of Nevis, Fionn Jones, and President of the Nevis Cricket Association, Carlisle Powell. We take in this.
We are gathered here today on this Culturama holiday to celebrate the return of Nevis's son, who, even though he has relocated to the sister island of St. Kitts, he still has a place in his heart for the island that nurtured him and opened the door for him to wear the famous West Indies colour. Through hard work and determination, these colours he earned and joined the elite class of people who wore the West Indies colour. To wear the West Indies colour is our way of saying that someone has played cricket on the world-famous senior West Indies team. As much as we love the game of cricket, few have achieved this feat. Indeed, I can count with the fingers on my 2 hands the number of persons in the entire Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis who have earned these colours and still have some fingers to spare. There are 7, and Mr. Keith Atherton is one of them. I am then reminded that they are all 7 divisions. Please allow me to name the 7. Mr. Elcomido Willett in 1972 at the tender age of 19. Mr. Derek Parry, 1978. Mr. Keith Atherton, 1988. Mr. Stuart Williams, 1994, Mr. Carl Tuckett, 1998, the now deceased Mr. Renako Morton, 2005, and Mr. Kyron Powell, 2011. In other words, this humble-looking man was the third citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis to play on the senior West Indies team. Today is a very special day for us at the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis because when Mr. Keith Atherton answered the calling of his island to come back with the sole intention of rubbing off some of his cricketing skills on the youths of Nevis, he chose our institution to partner with him to achieve this noble dream for his home island. This dream is meant to open the doors for our boys and girls in Nevis to benefit from what he has been offering on the island of St. Kitts, where he has established a reputable cricketing academy which has helped our sister island to outshine our boys and girls here in Nevis. Indeed, St. Kitts has been performing better than Nevis on the local junior scene, but only for boys, as our girls in Nevis has been outshining their St. Kitts counterparts on the fields of cricket. At the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis, we believe in our youth, and the reason why the bank, which is wholly owned by the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, is the leader in student loans, because opening the door for the future prosperity of our youth is our articulated mandate. Working with Mr. Keith Atherton and the St. Kitts Cricket Association, the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis has supported many training openings on the island of St. Kitts, where we have seen a number of players graduate to play at regional level. Here on Nevis, we have worked with the Nevis Cricket Association to ensure that Nevis gets its fair share of the training offered to our youth. With the opening of this cricketing facility today, Nevis will be getting its rightful share of Keith Atherton's special training, which has hitherto been enjoyed by budding cricketers on St. Kitts. The board and management of the Development Bank are satisfied that Nevis is getting its share, and we hope that it is only a matter of time before the island pushes on another player to wear the West Indies colour, because we are confident that our boys and girls are up to the standard that is required to wear the colours. As I would have said in the past, if Nevis cricket is going to be back where it used to be, there is not a better person than Mr. Keith Atherton to do the job. He knows what it takes to be a great cricketer, because he is one. Having offered to transfer skills to the youth in Nevis, he should be applauded and given all the support he needs. We at the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis are proud to partner with him in this noble endeavour, which will deliver a better and more confident future for our cricket, which put Nevis on the world map thanks to him and others.
Please allow me to adopt the protocol that has been established. Good morning. I am excited to be here today on behalf of the institution that cares about developing our country's economy. I am here today on behalf of the institution that goes above and beyond in developing and improving the quality of life for our people. I am here today on behalf of the Bank of Nevis Limited. When we were first approached by former West Indian cricketer Mr. Keith Atherton about the new cricket practice facility, it was a no-brainer. As a matter of fact, it was already a yes before he even presented the cost of the ask. We would have successfully donated the nets that you see hanging over there today. We understood the vision and the long-term goal of such an immaculate facility that was to be constructed at that time. Mr. Atherton recalls the days of being a young boy playing cricket in the streets of Nevis, and was skillful and fortunate to make the West Indies team. Just imagine if he had such a facility like this in his time. Perhaps he may have made the West Indies at the age of 12. Perhaps. We just want to say congrats in order to all of the persons who would have assisted in getting the new cricket practice facility open. Round of applause to you. Job well done. For you have done a great service not only to the future West Indian cricketers, but for your country. I want to encourage the children participating in this one-week camp to focus and give it your best. The lessons you will learn this week will be invaluable. I want to remind the general public and everyone that I am here on behalf of the institution that invests in you. To be honest, it can be everyone's bank. It really can. Thank you, and remember, the Bank of Nevis Limited, improving the quality of life.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Now, the good thing about my address is that it can be the shortest, because technically all I have to do is to tell you that Sarge played 33 matches, batted 57 times, was not out only twice, highest score of 127, averaging 29.6, 10 half centuries, 2 centuries, a total of 1,628 runs, and then I could sit down. But if I do that, it would be doing a great disservice to a great man. A man I truly admire and I truly love. We have had a lot of international players, 7 to be exact. Some of them batsmen. Our batsmen, Ronaldo Morton, Keith Atherton, Stuart Williams, Kyron Powell, between them have a total of 6 test centuries. Sarge does not even have a single test run. But to this day, he is widely regarded as the best Nevisian batsman ever. Keith, don't take that badly. You have test runs. Sarge, you don't have any. But our people still insist that Livingston Sargent is the best Nevisian batsman ever. Certainly, none displayed the kind of concentration, grit, and determination that Sarge possessed. Further, I challenge you, as I did when I first spoke about Sarge in introducing him at a Nevis Cricket Association Awards dinner in 2009. I challenge you to find any batsman from Nevis who played better off his legs. You won't find any, because there is none. Sarge first played for Nevis when he was 16. He was selected to the team when he was 15. But Nevis could not host the tournament as Grove Park was being upgraded. Now, here is where the fun part starts. At age 19, on February 17, 1967, all of Nevis rejoiced when Sarge smashed 127 against the touring MCC side. And that MCC side contained bowlers of the quality of Higgs and Snow. Fans remember that he was particularly severe on the left-arm pacer Jeff Jones, who had already represented England. And many speculated that Sarge would be the first test player from Nevis and the Leewards. That 100 against the MCC was a first in what remains, to this day, a record run feast by Sarge. History records that in 1967, Sarge scored a century against every single team in the Nevis domestic cup matches, except Hotspurs. And in that Hotspurs game, he was left stranded on 78 not out. The 1967 run feast included a double century against the powerful Spartans, now All-Stars team. Sarge took that rich vein of form into the Leewards Island tournament and scored 100 in every game that year. However, in the first inning of the game against St. Kitts, he was run out for 1. I hasten to remind you that before the start of the game, the story is that the late Selwyn Liebert had so much confidence in Sarge that he placed a bet with a gentleman from St. Kitts that the first 5 St. Kitts batsmen could not make the run scored by Sarge alone. Remember, Sarge was run out for 1, but Selwyn won his bet because St. Kitts at one stage was struggling on 2 runs for 5 wickets, and those 2 runs were all extras. So Sarge did make more runs with his 1 than the first 5 St. Kitts batsmen. In the second inning of that game against St. Kitts, Sarge was merciless on the St. Kitts bowling. Fans remember that he hit Clem Hicks for 4 consecutive 4s to bring up his century. So he did get a century against St. Kitts in the second inning. Since the Leeward Islands tournament started in 1913, nobody has ever come close to equaling that run feast. 1969 we will remember fondly for 2 main reasons. 1, a young left-arm bowler named Elcomido Willett made his debut for Nevis. And 2, when you say 1969 in cricket, people will remember the game Antigua versus Nevis. That game ended in confusion because Antigua had set Nevis 384 runs to win the game. And we lost our openers Eugene Stapleton and Bubba Webb cheaply. This brought together Alfred Sallow Howell, and by the way, Sallow called me a couple weeks ago. We had a nice little chat. But Sallow came together with Livingston Sargent, and they destroyed the Antigua bowling with a partnership of 160 odd for the 3rd wicket. In his account of the events, the late Antiguan historian Leonard Tim Hector told us in 2008 at 4 Seasons at an awards dinner that partnership featured some of the finest batting he has ever witnessed at the Antigua Recreation Grounds. Then when on 84, Sallow Howell played forward to a ball and was hit on the pads. Hector agreed that the ball would have missed another 2 off stumps. Willett, who made his debut in the game, possesses a fantastic memory. And he told me, and Hector agreed, that Howell also played the ball onto his pads. But with Nevis on 184 for 2 and 160 odd partnership between Sallow and Sarge, the umpire Ducks decided to take no chances with Nevis, and he gave Sallow out LBW. The thing is that Sallow had not made too many runs before that game, and he said that he was going to retire. Sallow stood when he was given out and he cried. I don't know if he was crying because his father Johnny Howell had promised him a car if he had made 100. But Sarge, who was on 62 at the time, was very perplexed. Sarge said he never said anything, but he was still banned for a year. In 1970-71, Sarge scored 108 versus Glamorgan. He was so confident that he brought up his 100 with a 6. Before that, in 1970, we know and we recall that Sarge was a passenger on the ill-fated Christina disaster. His near-death experience seriously affected his concentration and made him edgy, but it strengthened his faith in God and made him a stronger person. Sarge, in 1973, when the Nevis Cricket Association was formed, the cricketers from the Leeward Island Cricket Association recognized the Nevis Sports Association at that time, but the Nevis Cricket Association cricketers broke away and formed the Nevis Cricket Association. The result was that we had a divided team. Despite that, Nevis participated in the Leeward Islands tournament and we lost every game by a 2-1. In the Antigua game, Navy scored 266 all out. Augustine Merchant scored 34. Livingston Sargent 214 not out, contributing 84.45% of the runs. Even worse, Sarge was left stranded at mere 3 runs short of the Leeward Islands record at that time. When I spoke with Sarge about it, he had absolutely no criticism for the last man who was out, Chappell. He said Chappell tried to defend the ball, it hit its pads, rolled back onto the stumps. He said it wasn't Chappell alone. 9 other persons got out, and his 214 was just short of the record. Now, Sarge loved playing here at Grove Park, now the E.T. Willett Park. And El Comido Willett, for whom the park is named, insists that the best innings he ever saw played on Grove Park was an inning played by Sarge back in '76. Nevis was struggling on 60 for 7, but Sarge skillfully batted with the tail, and he added 96 with the last man, Lipton Big Bird Griffin, and he himself, Sargent, scored a match-winning 100. Livingston Sargent, Nevisian batsman, great Leeward Islands and Combines Island player, fantastic human being. I want you, Mrs. Sargent, herself, and some of you don't know, she's a champion netball player. When St. Kitts won the Caribbean netball tournament, Mrs. Sargent was a member of that team in 1973. So she herself is a great sports person. I wanted to take our fondest regards to Sarge. And I want to say in closing, Mr. Chairman, that every time Keith Atherton called me, I think he must have thought that something is wrong with Powell. Powell wanted to come to say some words on behalf of Sarge. Sure, what time, what place? Powell, boy, we got a little problem, we have to change the time. And Keith is still coming, just tell me the time and the place. And then finally, boy, Powell, is Tuesday, we're doing it on the holiday, 10 o'clock in the morning. And I completely forgot that I had an important meeting with the president of the West Indies Cricket Board, Mr. Ricky Skerritt, at 9:30 this morning. So I called Keith and I said, boy, Keith, listen, I'm going to be late for the function. And then I said to myself, Sarge, you can't be late. So I called the president Skerritt and I said, we can't do breakfast this morning as planned. But I tell you what, I'll go to the function for Sarge and I'll meet you at 11 o'clock. It's after 11 now. So I apologize, Keith, and I apologize, Mr. Minister, that I won't be here to hear your address. And I won't be here for the unveiling, Mrs. Sargent. But I am going to meet Mr. Ricky Skerritt, the president of the West Indies Cricket Board. You know, these West Indies Cricket Boards, they are as powerful as prime ministers. And one of them sent to call a lowly president of a local association, you better go. I might be able to say to him, I just came from the ceremony and Keith Atherton said that we need X, Y, and Z. Keith, I can make up. I know cricket, so I'll make up what I think you want and see what we can get from Cricket West Indies. Thank you very much, Mrs. Sargent. Give Sarge my best regards.
That's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you are not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.